Hello everyone, aurumfortis here, and today for all of you I have my 2019 minifigure collection video. So in this collection there are 179 figures, and I was actually doing this so that I could get a count of how many minifigures I need to meet my 480 minifigure goal. Now, is that to say I'll hit that this year? No, but I'm hoping sometime within the next 18 months, I can hopefully get to that 480 minifigure margin. In fact, on my computer, I've already pulled up an Excel sheet listing in alphabetical order the price and exactly the quantity of how many minifigures and which minifigures that I'll be purchasing off of Bricklink or auctions or everything such as that. So if you guys want maybe a little tour of that, you guys can leave that down in the comments below. But without no further ado, I don't want to make this video 20 minutes like my last army video, which I believe came out over a year ago. So it's been some time since I've done an army. As far as the sort of Republic army is concerned, not much has changed with this one. It's stayed very similar because we haven't gotten too many new Clone Wars sets. Now, obviously, I would like to get many of the new 2019 sets, and that is something that I do plan on doing. So that actually I didn't even include with the 480 goal. That's just off of Bricklink. So if you subtract, 480 from 179 that we have here, it's about 300 minifigures on Bricklink, and then another 20 within all the 2019 sets that I plan on actually getting, because some of the ones in the winter wave and the spring wave I won't be getting. Many of the resistance sets, since I haven't seen the show, I'm not a huge fan of them, but Von Reg's TIE Interceptor does look quite interesting. Quick look at the Jedi. There's Obi-Wan, Anakin, Plo Koon, Kit Fisto from the Arc Fighter, Aayla Secura from, I believe, the Republic Fighter Tank, Mace Windu from the AT-TE, Nadar Veb from Grievous's Shuttle, Yoda, who actually got his hands broken off when I was moving, so that was like 4 years ago. I have Barriss Offee, not sure where her actual legs went. She just has plain black legs, but I just put these ones on because they match her hood. Then we have the Clone Wars version of Ki-Adi-Mundi. Not a huge fan of this guy. I'll probably wind up getting the new variant just because this guy has the unusual eyes that we saw with all those Clone Wars figures. Two of these Senate Commandos, not the Battle Pack versions. These are actually the ones that came in Cad Bane's Speeder. And then right here we have 5 of these normal Clone Wars style Phase 1 Clone Troopers. 1 Gunner, Commander Gree, who I believe came with Barriss Offee in a Geonosian set, not sure which one. May have been the Geonosian Cannon. Then there are 2 Horn Company troopers. I got 2 of that battle pack, that's why they're 4 Bomb Squad, and there's 2 of these Lightning Squadron ARF troopers. 2 ARC troopers that came in another battle pack. I believe that was ARC troopers versus Commando Droids battle pack. Then coming around over here, we have 2 more ARF troopers that came in that same battle pack with the ARC troopers. They were like operating the cannon, I believe. 2 of the Lightning Squadron troopers. If you guys remember the Clone Wars TV series, I believe they were in one of the Ryloth episodes with Mace Windu. There are 4 members, I know that, but these are all the 4th member, whoever he is. 4 of these Bomb Squad troopers. Don't get to use these guys too much, but I would like to use them at some point in the future. 1 501st trooper I got in the AT-RT, so I'm glad that I have at least one of these guys. Hopefully we get a 501st battle pack so I can add that collection. Commander Cody actually came with Ki-Adi-Mundi and the Geonosian Fighter. 1 Clone Lieutenant. I actually prefer this style of Clone Trooper to this style. That's just a personal preference of mine, so if I do get any more clones, they will be of this style. Plus, it's just slightly cheaper, I believe, because they actually have produced these clones a little bit more frequently. 1 V-Wing pilot. And then, because I have 2 of that 212th Utapau Troopers battle pack, we have 4 212th Troopers, and then 4 of the 212th Airborns. All of them have their capes, except for this guy down here, because I put it on another, like, Commander-style minifigure. Commander Neo came in the Salukmai Battle Pack. He's quite an expensive figure now, so I'm glad to have him. Another expensive figure, this guy came inside of the Clone Turbo Tank set. Definitely wish I had gotten more of that set because they were getting down to like $6 on sale. So I definitely wish I would have gotten a lot of those because now this trooper goes for almost $9. But he's a great addition to the collection because he's very versatile in any kind of mock. Clone Gunner, who came inside of the fighter tank alongside Aayla Secura. The Geonosian troopers from the Geonosian Battle Pack. I do really like these guys. I typically just use them as like muddied or dirtied up normal troopers. But they have very interesting prints. I'm glad that they made them because this definitely wouldn't be a figure that I would think LEGO would make. But they did come out with them and I think they came out really well. Then we have 3 of the 41st Elite Corps troopers. Then we have 2 of the 41st Ranger Platoon troopers who were recently added to canon. Again, they're fairly interesting troopers, just like these guys. They do remind me of each other. And then 3 of the Scout troopers. 2 of these came in the battle pack alongside these 2. And then this guy, I believe I got off of Bricklink. We have Captain Jag and then normal clone pilot from episode 3 piloting the Arc Fighter alongside Kit Fisto. Now we have the Separatist Army. We have General Grievous. He came inside of the wheel bike with Obi-Wan. 7 normal battle droids. I used to think I had 6, but I now have another one that I actually found. Unfortunately, the one in the last video was actually missing one of his arms, so I decided to not include him. But he's back. 1 pilot droid from one of the Naboo sets. Got him off of Bricklink, though. 3 of these rocket droids from the Hyena Bomber. Another rocket droid. Then we have 2 commando droids that came inside of the battle pack with the ARC troopers down here. And then 1 more that came inside of the 501st Walker. 501st AT-TE set with Yoda. Then we have 5 of these super battle droids. I would like to get one of the ones with the rocket arm as well, but these guys all came in assorted sets. This sort of separatist medical droid, basically Grievous's personal droid, came in a starfighter. 2 Geonosians, 1 from the Geonosian fighter, and then another from the Geonosian cannon. There's also a Geonosian zombie, another interesting character. None of them have their wings because they do get crumpled up quite easily, so they're all stored away. Then we have Cad Bane, a very rare figure nowadays, but he looks very good. He came inside of the Cad Bane speeder set, I believe. Then also we have one of his pirate friends as well from that Clone Wars arc. I believe it was the last episode of Season 1 where they took all the senators hostage. Then we have 8 Mandalorians. I do not get to use these guys in mocks too often, but I definitely would like to. Then we'll skip over these guys. Well, actually, no, we'll go ahead and do them. These are basically just miscellaneous figures that I definitely need to build the army up for. First of all, my first order, there's just 3 snowtroopers, so we definitely need to build up the first order army there. 4 Old Republic. These guys get expensive, and I don't do enough Old Republic mocks for me to need any more of these guys. And then there's my Astromechs, R2-D2, 1 guy from the Arc Fighter, and then another one from the V-Wing. And then we have Tusken Raider from the new Tatooine Battle Pack, Tito from The Force Awakens, 2 Jawas, and then just a random Assassin Droid from the Assassin's Droid Battle Pack that came way back in 2009, so I don't really know where the rest of the Assassin Droids are. They're somewhere in one of my mixed parts bins because of their arms being randomly placed. Next up is the Imperial Army. It's quite small in size, but it has grown significantly since the last time I did an army video. So we have Darth Vader from the 10th anniversary Darth Vader's tie. Then we have Boba Fett from the Desert Skiff from 2013. We have an Imperial officer, an Imperial crew member from the Battle Pack, 3 of these General Veers characters slash AT-TE commanders. AT-AT commanders. 1 Death Star trooper two AT-AT drivers, three AT-AT drivers, one shock trooper from the battle pack, two of these sort of dirtied out and battle hardened stormtroopers, all from the battle pack. I do like these guys a lot. Personally, I'm a fan of the older variant of Stormtrooper a lot more than this new variant they're coming out with. Then we have two Patrol Troopers from the Patrol Trooper Battle Pack, one Hover Tank Pilot who I purchased off of Bricklink, three Snow Troopers, two Shadow Troopers. Very interesting characters here. I like to use these guys for Battlefronts mocks. They're very nice to use for those. Then we have two of these sort of like, I guess you could say, like dark side Imperial Guards or Shadow Imperial Guards. They also came in the Shadow Troopers Battle Pack. Don't get to use these guys too much, but they're a cool addition to the collection. I'm pretty sure that they also go for a pretty high price. Then we have the Rebels, which also need quite a few more to their ranks, but the Rebel army has been growing steadily, but it still needs quite a bit more, so I will be purchasing a lot of Rebels off of Bricklink. We have Luke Skywalker, also from, I believe it's the Desert Skiff with Boba Fett. There is Han Solo, Lando from the Desert Skiff, Han Solo and Kira from the Han Solo's land speeder. Then we have all these Hoth troopers. There's actually 8 in total. Back here we have more of the officer variant. Then we have the soldiers. They don't have their actual faces. I've swapped out their faces for other ones, as I have with the Snowspeeder pilots over here. Also came inside of a battle pack. 3 Chewbacca minifigures, because I believe 2 from the Microfighter, and then the other one I'm not quite sure about. I'd have to check with my whole list and everything. And then just assorted Rebels back here that didn't really come in any set, but that I've built. Oh, there is Lieutenant Cephala from Rogue One. Most of the Rebels I plan on getting are from Rogue One, the Battle of Scarif. Then back here we have just all these random minifigures that don't really fit into any particular faction. We have a Power Miner, we have some of the guys from the minifigure set, Gingerbread Man, Space Mech, a Yeti, one of the Ninjago skeletons, 3 Chima characters. I was a big fan of Chima. I've always liked Star Wars more, but Chima was cool. We have Harry Potter, Hermione, and all of these guys from the Quidditch match set. I've actually only gotten through Harry Potter book 3, and that was like 6 years ago, so I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. There's also a Snape back there. And then over here we have rare collectible minifigures. So this one I got from Brickworld last year, and this was actually at the FLL competition in my area. So if you know what FLL is, that's where I got this character from. But other than that, guys, that about wraps it up for this army video. Sorry if this one was a bit longer than my typical videos. Cinematics and sorts typically are like 2 to 3 minutes, and this video is going to be upwards of 15. Wasn't really hoping for that, but hopefully we can get this army right here to double, if not triple in size. That is the end goal. Because I'll be making a lot more money this year with the job and everything. So first off, we're going to get parts for mocks, but then I would like to build up this minifigure army. Definitely not so much on the Republic side. I think I'd just like to get a few more Neo Troopers, maybe a few other Jedi. But the Imperials definitely need to be buffed up, as well as the Rebels and the Separatist army. So expect a lot of droids over here, a lot of Rebels, and a lot of Imperials the next time I do an army update, guys. But thank you all for watching. Also, leave your own army video down in the comments below. I'm not really sure if my army's really large, really small, sort of in the middle. I feel like it's sort of in the middle because I've seen people with like 600 of just these guys. I know H2 Brick actually did a clone army video, and his was like 650, almost 700 figures, just clones. So I want to know what your guys' armies are like. Do you guys think my army is small, large, or sort of in the middle? And also, what other figures do you guys think would be cool to add to my army that would make it even more impressive? So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.